Very good afternoon, people. Oh, do you like this, do you? It's not bad, is it? What do you call this? Search voice kind of thing going on, isn't it? Well, very good afternoon, people of Southport, okay? I'm looking for some intelligent people today who can think outside the box and who can't be deceived, who won't be deceived by certain lies. Because we're going to look today at the 7 lies of Satan. Anybody know who Satan is? Anybody heard of him? What's Satan called in the Islamic religion? Very similar, isn't it? And he's got lots of different names in different religions. He's got lots of names even in the Bible. Beelzebub, Lucifer. But we're going to go by the name of Satan today. 7 lies of Satan we're going to look at. We're going to see whether you've fallen for some of these lies. Okay? Now the first lie of Satan is this, that God is not real. Now I wonder whether anybody has fallen for that lie. Have you guys fallen for that lie that God is not real? When do you believe in God? Do you believe in God?
I believe in God.
Yeah, there you go, that woman has not fallen for this particular lie. She believes that God is real. But you know, you might not be in the same camp as her. You might have fallen for that first lie of his, that God is not real. And if you don't think that God is real, then you've fallen for that lie. And you know, there's so many people who have fallen for that lie. You know, I was in a school this week, and we were discussing evolution in that school, and we were looking at what Darwin actually discovered when he went to the Galapagos Islands. And you see, it's a real shame this. Well, what's up, madam? Come on, just don't do a drive-by, come and chat to me. I'd love to hear your views on this. But you see, that we were talking about what Darwin actually discovered when he went to the Galapagos Islands. So do you know what he discovered? He discovered natural selection, correct. He discovered biological diversity, correct. He discovered adaptation, the ability of animals to adapt to their environment.
What are you recording now?
He discovered
his phone.
survival of the fittest.
What, are you even recording?
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you are.
But you know what he didn't do? He never discovered evolution. It's still a theory. The idea that everything could evolve from just nothing. Yeah? Imagine this rock that I'm stood on, this slab. How many millions or billions of years before this turns into a human being? It's not going to do, is it? It's impossible. Yet so many people walking past today will believe that's the case. They'll think that a rock can turn into slime, that can turn into you and me. It's absolute nonsense. It's crazy talk. It's crazy talk. And you know, it's why when Queen Victoria wanted to give Charles Darwin a knighthood and make him Sir Charles Darwin, he was refused. She was persuaded not to by a guy called Samuel Wilberforce. Heard of him? It's William Wilberforce, his son. He's the guy who got rid of slavery in the UK. Right? So William Wilberforce's son, the guy who abolished slavery, he said to the Queen Victoria, do not make Charles Darwin a Sir. Do not knight him, because he has done great damage to the church in this country. And that damage that he started in the 1800s is still being felt today, because people think God is not real because they believe evolution. Evolution is not real. Evolution is fake. It's not true. Natural selection, biodiversity is, but not evolution, not a change from one kind of animal to another kind of animal. Do you know, somebody said to me this very week, he said, oh, hang on a minute, we discovered a liger. I said, what's a liger? Oh, it's a crossover species between a tiger and a lion. I'm like, well, what's a tiger? What type of animal? What kind of animal is a tiger? A cat. Tiger. What kind of animal is a lion? A lion. It's a cat. Isn't it? They're from the cat family. Guess what a liger is? It's a cat. So it's not changed, has it, from one kind of animal to another kind of animal, has it? What? My point is, there is no evidence whatsoever one kind of animal changing to another kind of animal. Dogs will always be dogs, cats will always be cats, whether it's a tiger, a lion, a liger or whatever. So evolution is false. We do not, and this is the other thing, you'll be taught in high school that we're descended from apes. That's an absolute load of nonsense. There is no half man, half ape evidence anywhere. And you can turn in your science textbooks, yeah, and you'll see Nebraska man. These wonderful diagrams of a half man, half ape. And do you know what Nebraska man came from? A pig's tooth. They got those wonderful invented diagrams from a tooth, a pig's tooth. That's what they discovered. So if you're trusting in evolution today, you're trusting in lies. and you've fallen for the devil's first lie that God is not real, and you probably thought that evolution explains away God. It doesn't. You cannot go from nothing to something. There must be a God who created everything. So don't fall for that first lie of the devil. Now, you might fall for this second lie. Another lie of Satan is to say that I am not real. Satan tries to convince people that he's not real, that there is no devil, and you can just go about and everything's fine and it'll all be good. And now you might say, well, what's the problem with that? What's the problem with not believing him? Well, if you're not aware of him, then you won't be aware of his lies and his deception. But you need to be aware of his lies and deception. You need to realise today that he does deceive you, so you can make sure you don't fall into his traps. But maybe you've not fallen for lie number 1, you're not fallen for lie number 2, maybe you've fallen for lie number 3, that God is not loving. You've fallen for that lie? Loads of people say, I don't believe there's a God, because if there was a God, he would have stopped this, he would have stopped that suffering, he would have caused that war to stop there, he would have stopped all the suffering. Why is there suffering if there's a God? And they're expecting God to sort it all out. Well, the thing is this, right? Don't blame God for the suffering in this world. It's the devil's fault. All the suffering in this world, death entered this world because of the devil. He deceived Adam and Eve. They disobeyed God. The fall happened, and creation was ruined. And that's why we get all these diseases today. It all starts with the devil. So it's the devil's fault that there's so much sin and suffering in the world, not God's. You want to prove God is loving? He came down to this earth to die for you. The greatest verse in the Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life. Jesus came down to this earth and he hung on a cross for you and for me. He suffered and bled and died. That's love. That is real love, isn't it? Giving your life for someone who doesn't even love you. And I didn't know him. I didn't love him until I found out about what he'd done for me. So God definitely is loving. So don't fall for that lie of the devil. What about this one? Maybe you're going to fall for this lie of his. He tries to convince people that he's going to win in the end. That, trust in him, go his way, because he's going to have the victory. Well, listen, friends. All right, come on, madam, what's up? Come on, have a chat to me. I want to know what you're saying. You want me to shut up? You've clearly got a point of view. What about Jesus? Come on. Okay. He's convinced people that he wins in the end. And that's why you get this resurgence recently in witchcraft and people following their cults and certain practices like that. They're aligning themselves with the devil because they want to be on his side. They think it's more fun and they think he's going to win in the end because they fell for that false lie of the devil. He doesn't win in the end. I've read the book of Revelation. Clearly in the book of Revelation you find out that God is victorious and Satan is thrown into the lake of fire. Done. Dusted. So he doesn't win in the end. What about the fifth lie of Satan? This is a common one. He tries to convince people that the God... Why is it nonsense, sir? Have you read the Bible?
Yes, I have.
Right. Have you read it cover to cover?
It's fiction.
Go on, why is it fiction? Go on, you tell me which bit's fiction. Right, so it has been made by human beings. 40 different human beings. Why does that make it fiction? Can human beings not write non-fiction?
People can write books, people can read books, but they shouldn't think it's
40 different people over 1,500 years, most of them never met each other, and they all speak about Jesus Christ, when most of them never even met him. That's a miracle, sir. Absolute miracle. Don't dismiss the Bible. Read it cover to cover. So this is another lie of the devil. You are good enough. So many people think they're good enough. Think, oh, I'm good enough to get to heaven, me. I've not killed any grannies, and I've helped a few of them across the road. I'm not Hitler. I'm good enough, I'll get to heaven. That's a lie of the devil. You are not good enough. So don't fall for that lie. Maybe you're going to fall for this lie, lie number 6. Not that one, this one. You can be good enough. You can be good enough. Alright? So many people think, alright, well, I'm not good enough, I can be good enough. I can be good enough to get to heaven. I just have to do this, do that, do the other, and that'll get me to heaven. Listen, friends, no amount of goodness can get you to heaven. Let's say that I go into Max and Spencer's and I rob it of all its best clothes. Yeah, I pick a nice suit out for myself, I shove it in the bag, and I get done for shoplifting. And then a few weeks later, I go one worse and I go and rob all the things out of someone's house. And then I beat up the person when he tries to stop me from robbing his house. And now I'm in front of the judge, and the judge wants to condemn me and say, right, you're going away for a long time because you've beaten a man up to within an inch of his life, you stole all his possessions, and you've got a life of thievery. And I say to the judge, hang on, judge, can you let me off? Because I helped 100 grannies cross the road last week, and I gave loads of money to charity the week before. Will that not cover up the fact that I'm guilty of GBH? And the judge will say, no, you've got to pay for the crime that you committed. You see, no amount of goodness covers your badness, does it? So what has to happen is, you have to be forgiven for the bad stuff. And that's where Jesus comes in. See, you cannot get to heaven by good works. You can only get to heaven by being forgiven. And Jesus offers a way that you can be forgiven. Because you come to him and you say, thank you for dying for me on the cross. Will you please forgive me? And he says, yes. And then you follow him. I'm telling you, it's real. These are lies of Satan. 7 lies of Satan that God is not real. God is real. This is another lie of the devil, that God is not loving and he is loving. Do you agree, sir, that God is real, yeah? That man's challenging me there. He's saying, why are you telling people that God's not real? I'm not. These are 7 lies of Satan. And the last lie, the one that everybody seems to fall for, even if you believe that God is real, even if you believe that the devil is real, even if you believe that God is loving, even if you believe that God wins in the end, even if you believe that you are not good enough, even if you believe that you cannot be good enough without trusting the Lord Jesus Christ alone for salvation, he'll get you on lie number 7. He'll say, right, that preacher Paul, Sparky in the town centre, Sparky the street preacher that was rabbiting away, yeah, I understand that you understood what he was saying, and you get him and you believe him, but you know what, just put it off for a bit. You know, you don't have to do it today. You've got all the time in the world, you're young, you know. Listen, there's a lady, it was her funeral yesterday, she was the same age as you guys, she died of cancer, yeah? You've not got all the time in the world. No, don't ignore Satan's lie there, and Louis Armstrong's lie as well, because he sung "We Have All the Time in the World," didn't he? It's not true. You don't have all the time in the world. You don't. So there's 3 problems with thinking that you do. There's 3 problems with putting it off and saying, I'm not going to answer God today. I'm going to say no to God today. I'll do it another day. All right? Or even, one of the lies he says is, yeah, you've got all the time in the world. Why don't you become a Christian later on in life? Have fun first. 3 problems with that. Number 1, it's not fun. If you live your life and you do whatever you want, and you live selfishly for self, you're going to hurt a lot of people, and you're even going to hurt yourself. You see, the problem with that is, it's not the right answer. Let's say, for example, that you ignore God's commandments about having 1 man for 1 woman, and you sleep around with lots of different people. The problem with that is, you ruin any future relationships you have. You know, a friend of mine, Joe Kirby's got a great channel, very successful on YouTube, called Off the Curb. You guys get in touch with it now. Type it in, Off the Curb on YouTube. Really good channel. And on there, he puts a piece of sellotape on his arm. And he shows, this is what it's like when you first have sex with somebody. And then he rips it off. And it hurts when he rips it off, and some hairs come off with it. And then he puts the same bit of sellotape on his other arm. And he rips it off. And it hurts a bit, but not as much hairs come off. And then he puts it back on his arm again. And he rips it again. And it's not as sticky. And it doesn't hurt as much. And he puts it on again. And again, a 6th and a 7th time. Until 6, 7, yeah. And then by the time he's done it 6 or 7 times, what's happened? It's lost its stickiness. That's what it's like if you sleep around. Right? If you sleep around, you end up not being able to cleave properly with the person that you want to really spend the rest of your life with. That's a real problem. So what I'm saying is, right, if you live for self and you just ignore the Bible and you do whatever you want, okay? I'm saying it's not a good idea to sleep around, is what I'm saying. Well, you're not supposed to sleep around. It's 1 man for 1 woman. And if you keep that method, you think about the 10 Commandments, yeah? Thou shalt not lie. Yeah? You lie, you're going to have no friends. Thou shalt not commit adultery. You commit adultery, you're going to lose your wife, you're going to lose your husband, you're going to struggle to get another relationship. Yeah, I know, but what I'm trying to say is that if you ignore God's laws, all right, you'll make a mess of your life and it will not be fun. That's what I'm trying to say. Whereas if you follow God's laws, Right? He knows what's best for us. He designed us. He made the Ten Commandments and lots of other rules to help us to have it. Well, you've fallen for that lie then, madam. You've fallen for the devil's third lie that God is not loving. The devil is responsible for the mess of this world, not God.
Pretty sure
Not God.
He made it.
You want, mate?
If God made it, it's his
He
fault.
made it.
If he made it, it's his fault. If he made it, it's his fault.
So, do you know what would
If
have
he
to...
made it, it's his fault.
He's made, has he made you? Has he made you?
If he did, then
Has he made you? Does he make you cause...
bad choices are his fault.
Does he make you make bad choices?
Yes.
No, he doesn't. You've got free will.
Did he
You've
create
got
the free
free will.
Did he create free will?
Yes.
Then it's his fault.
That's ridiculous.
That's a
philosophy.
contradiction.
That is just... That is nuts. That is crazy.
Here's one for you. If I tell a woman, right, if you love me, I'll love you forever. We'll be an amazing couple. We'll love each other. We'll be amazing together. But if you don't, I'm going to put you in a box and burn you forever.
Right. Why would God let you into heaven when you don't even have a relationship with him?
Well, he won't.
Listen, do you
Why
know
would
God?
he burn you forever?
Right.
Why would he give?
Can I come to your house for tea?
Only
Can I
admit
come
it.
to your house for tea?
Yeah.
Oh, can I? Right.
I'm going to piss in it.
What?
But you can.
In your own house?
Yeah. Yours, not mine.
No, I say, can I come to your house?
Yes, but I'll piss on your plate.
You would not
nasty, that,
invite
mate.
a complete stranger
That's
into your
just
house.
vile.
So why should God let someone into his heaven who doesn't
We're not
even know him,
strangers. We're not
who's enemy?
strangers, though.
Is
Because
an enemy
he
of
knows
his.
us.
But the beautiful thing is, he doesn't want to be your enemy.
What he wants to
you
do,
to be your friend.
If
That's
you
why he
don't
sent the Lord
love
to us
me,
down.
get in a box on fire forever. That's what he's doing.
Mate,
He's
you've got
a
free will.
tyrant.
You've
He's
got
a
free will.
tyrant, and he's
He's not a
scumbag.
tyrant at all. He's not a
If I was
tyrant
going
at
to
all.
follow any god, it wouldn't be one that claims to be all good and all powerful and created this world.
Well, which one do you
Because-
want to believe in, sir?
No,
Why?
because there is no all good, all powerful.
So how did we get here? How did we get here? Science! Oh, you should have been here 10 minutes ago when I put that one to rest.
The Pope-
Evolution is completely fake. You believe in
The Pope
evolution?
agrees with it.
Do you believe in evolution? Of course the Pope does.
We can
The
see
Pope
it.
also
We
thinks
can
that
see
Mary
it.
was sinless.
All you do is study.
Mary was not
you can
sinless.
literally study.
The Pope thinks that Mary never
you can-
consummated a relationship with
you can
Joseph and never had
study
brothers and
mosquitoes.
sisters when the Bible
You can
clearly
study
says he
mosquitoes
had brothers.
for a week for evidence of
James
evolution.
and
You're a
Jude
moron.
wrote part of the Bible. They
You're
were
a
brothers
moron.
of Jesus. Well, listen, can I just don't be so disgusting, mate? You will have to answer for those comments. It's not good, mate. It's not good.
Strike me down. He's not there. Can't do anything.
I was worried then. I was waiting for lightning bolt. Don't make that comment. Honestly, one person did that and he was struck down. He was on a boat, bang, done, dead. So never make that. Never ask God to strike you down. So what I'm trying to say is, right, his last lie is that you've got all the time in the world. So many people these days, they think, you know what, I understand it, it sounds right, Christianity sounds right, Jesus sounds real, the evidence for the resurrection is phenomenal, but I just want to live my life. And what I'm trying to say is, don't do that, because number one, it's not fun living your own way. Living God's way is the best way. John chapter 10 verse 10 says, I have come that they might have life and have it to the full. Another problem with that is you don't know when you're going to die. Oh, I'll put it off till I'm older. What if you die tomorrow? What if you die next week? What if you don't die in your old age? You know, don't put it off to your old age. And the third problem with that is we have all the time in the world. No, we don't. No, we don't. There's a real massive problem with that. If you say no to God today, this is why you must say no to God today. How many chances will you get? How many times can you say no to God? How many times? You think he'll let you say it 10 times before he'll let you turn to him? Pharaoh got 5 goals. Yeah, there was five plagues. There were 10 plagues in Egypt. 5 of them: the blood, the frog, the gnats, the flies, the animals. After all those 5, it said Pharaoh hardened his heart and would not let the Israelites go. Do you know what it says after plague number 6, the plague of boils? It says God hardened Pharaoh's heart. You see, he'd had 5 chances. He said no 5 times, and it was too late for Pharaoh. See, God just confirmed him in his original choice of rejecting God. Don't reject God today. Don't fall for that lie of Satan that says we've got all the time in the world. You don't have all the time in the world. Please, come to him today. The Bible says, if you hear his voice today, do not harden your hearts like Pharaoh did. And it says, now is the day of salvation. So come to him today, please, friends. And don't just take my word for it. You know, take God's word for it. I've got a portion of the Bible here I'd love to give to you. John's Gospel. It tells you about all these things and explains exactly how you can come to salvation today. Who wants to take a copy of the Bible from my hands today and find out about these things yourself. Anybody want to take one?